She was expecting me to only from the hotel to here. I said, no, I think I'll only from the chair here. Mahalo, aloha. Leilani, Mikino, hi. Mai au mai ka poi loko ka ma lama lama. O vau no ka ha ka mau leo. O vau no ka poho ke le ma vaho nei ke a pau. Kai ke kino iho na mea pau. Ka e au i ku pio o na anoi nu ma vaho na ka la pau. Ka ho o mau mau i na manea. Ina mea pau, o vau no ka ha, a me ke hula tamakani nahe nahe, kaua hula o kumuli po. English vowel, e, I, o, excuse me, Hawaii, E, I, O, E. O vau no ka I, o vau no ka I. Pua mai au mai ka po I loko ka ma lam lam. It transfers through. I come forth from the body to life. I am the breath and nurture. I am that emptiness and empowerment beyond all consciousness. The I, the it, all. When all my gold rainbows across the water, the continuum of minds with matter. I am the income and outpoint of breath. The invisible, untouchable breeze. Morau no ke
O na I ga me ka hua he hala le hua no ia na no o ka no ia he ano ine he li ane ho yo ka hiki mai a hiki mai no ko a hiki pu no me ke ano ha alohe aloha So we welcome our wonderful, very special honorees who will be recognized as a part of this ceremony. We start with the great Duke Paua Kahanamoku. Indeed, the fact that his statue is here and for everyone is indeed very beautiful. We welcome now the president of Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation addressing us and our special guests, Keola Richardson.
It's my honor to be serving as my second year as the president of the board of Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation. And on behalf of the board, I warmly welcome everyone to the opening ceremony of Duke Kahanamoku's Oceanfest. The mission of ODKF is to support and perpetuate the spirit and legacy of aloha that was embodied by Duke Kahanamoku. We do this in two ways. First, through the financial support of athletes and organizations who perpetuate and participate in the sports that Duke played and loved: swimming, water polo, surfing, paddling, kayaking, beach volleyball, and sailing. Since our foundation in 1986, ODKF has awarded nearly 2,500 grants and scholarships, investing nearly $4 million into our community. Second, we carry Duke's spirit forward through this very event, Duke Kahanamoku's Oceanfest. This week is more than a celebration of athletic competition. It is a celebration of Duke's values: aloha, humility, kindness, athletic excellence, and a deep respect for the ocean and for our fellow athletes. Through Oceanfest, we gather not only to compete, but also to share stories, build friendships, and pass on Hawaii's traditions and Duke's legacy to the next generation. We are honored to welcome athletes from around the world, from Keiki to Kapuna, who will take part in events that reflect Duke's extraordinary versatility, surf contests, paddle races, beach volleyball, and much more. Whether you are here to race, to cheer, or simply to enjoy the aloha spirit on Waiheke Beach, you are now a part of his living legacy. As we open this year's Oceanfest, let us remember the words Duke himself lived by. In Hawaii, we greet friends, loved ones, and strangers with aloha, which means with love. May that spirit guide every wave we ride, every race we paddle, and every embrace we share on these sands. Mahalo to all of the athletes for being here, to our great committee that's putting on this event, and let's continue to work to support and perpetuate Duke's legacy for generations to come. Let's have a safe, joyful, and inspiring Oceanfest. Mahalo.
Thank you, Dr. Andrew Barrister. Muliakalani I Keola Richardson, third-generation Native Hawaiian orthopedic surgeon at Queens Orthopedic Associates at Queens Health System. Graduated from Punahou, right here in Hawaii. Traveled to the mainland, California, Berkeley, where he balanced his pre-medical studies and the schedule of being a member of the NCAA Division I men's water polo team. He went on to medical school at the University of Hawaii, John A. Burns School of Medicine, and he completed his orthopedic surgery residency training at Duke University Medical Center, the president of the board of Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation. Thank you, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we share with you the wonderful tradition of this ceremony, the lei draping and introduction of our next speaker as we drape the leis and bring forth some honored guests. Our first guest is Hawaiian Council Ka'iini Aranyado, our guest speaker. And the lei draping the scholarship recipient, Sienna Settle, is a 2025 recipient of an Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation Scholarship, which recognizes Hawaii student athletes who embody Duke's legacy through the excellence in water sports or volleyball, athletics, and aloha for the community. Sienna is a recent graduate of Les Jardins Academy, where she was co-captain of the swim and water polo teams, including LJA's undefeated 2024 ILH Division II Championship water polo team. She was twice named ILH Division II Player of the Year, Team MVP, LJA Athlete of the Year, and Scholar Athlete.
Aloha kako. Can you hear me? Okay. It is an honor to be here as a recipient of the Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation Duke Award and to celebrate a man whose values have shaped Hawaii for over 100 years. This fall, thanks in part to the Duke Award, I'll be attending Stanford University, where I plan to continue playing water polo at the club level while studying Earth systems. When I think about Duke's legacy, the part of aloha that resonates most with me is generosity, giving of yourself to care for others and the places that we call home. For Duke, that generosity came from Kuleana, this deep sense of responsibility to share his gifts, protect the ocean, and represent Hawaii with humility and grace. That kuleana is something I carry forward in my own life. Water has always been my classroom, my training ground, and my community. In water polo, the real victories came when we trusted each other enough to take risks, knowing that our team would be there to back us up. As co-captain, my role has been to lead by example, to build trust, and to make sure that every player feels a part of our ohana. Coaching splashball, I've watched the youngest players discover their love of the water. It has taught me that leadership means showing up, adapting, and creating space for others to succeed. My kuleana extends beyond athletics. I've joined restoration efforts at local ias, where we remove invasive mangroves so native fish can thrive again. I've worked in wetlands, clearing invasive grasses, and planting native trees to protect our streams that flow into our bay. And I've been a part of research on how growing native seaweed can help capture carbon and provide sustainable feed for local cattle, reducing greenhouse gases. None of this work is mine alone. It's been about standing alongside others who care deeply for our land and our water. Being a Duke Scholar gives me the opportunity to continue this work. It supports my education, my sport, and my commitment to serving my community. Most importantly, it's a reminder that kuleana Duke lived by is still alive today. For me, aloha is the way that you show up for people, the way that you care for the places that have shaped you, and the way that you share what you've been given. I hope to carry on that same kuleana forward, protecting the ocean, supporting my community, and continuing to share Duke's values. Mahalo nui loa for showing up for the Oceanfest, for supporting the amazing mission of the Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation, and for keeping Duke's spirit alive by spreading aloha in your everyday lives. Good luck to the athletes.
The future, ladies and gentlemen. And now we share with you the wonderful, beautiful red Carnation Lei, part of the tradition that goes back so many years and is presented with honor to Duke Paua Kahanamoku and his legacy left forever. And with that, as we're doing that, we call up our next guest speaker, Hawaiian Council Ka'iini Aranyado. Ka'iini, are you here? Ka'iini? Okay, let's move on. We have our sponsor spokesperson with remarks for each of you from Croker TS Restaurants. From TS Restaurants, Drew Croker. I was so close, brother. Oh my gosh. Just like the wave was there and aloha.
Oh, aloha, everybody. Good afternoon. It is an absolute pleasure to be here today, presenting and enjoying this day with everybody here in Waikiki on the beach, celebrating Duke Kahanamoku and his legacy. I look out into the crowd now, and I was nervous a second ago, but I see so many familiar faces, people I've seen here for the last 20 years, enjoying Oceanfest and celebrating this week. It's the best week in Waikiki. So many festivals, so many people to enjoy, so many blessed moments with everybody. It is really so much about the feeling of what we get here. It's not so much about what we do. It's about, how we make people feel, how we leave them in their moments, right? I'm such a fortunate individual. I'm the general manager at Duke's Waikiki, and blessed to have that position that I get a chance to share this aloha with our staff and our guests from people visiting around the world. I think it's a duty for us to allow people a moment when they're here in Hawaii to let their guard down, relax, and enjoy what that spirit really means, to be honored, to be welcomed, to be basically just comforted while you're here. A couple of our staff members today, we got Kama and Kaivi over here. It's their first time doing the lei draping. I just want to give Kaivi a big round of applause, man. You killed it. That was a monument. It was cool, man. Great job. I want to say thank you, Rob Tebow and Sandy Saxton, our founders at TS Restaurants. Last year, I was here at this event speaking, and there was a man that came up to me. I was looking for him in the crowd today. I haven't found him yet. But he reminded me how Rob made him feel when he met him 30 years ago and how great of a friend he was. And for those three men, starting with Duke, leaving us with his legacy, Rob, Sandy, thank you. And everybody here, it's a blessed week. I want to congratulate all the athletes. There's amazing events for people to compete, to enjoy. There's so many legacy surfers, volleyball players, water polo players here that will share their knowledge, share their talents with everybody. I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the sponsors that have helped make this an event that continues on for decades. I can only see it getting bigger and better. We're truly blessed to be here, and thank y'all for allowing TS, and we're so happy to be a big part of this for so many years. And I'm looking forward to a tremendous week with everybody. Congratulations to all the athletes. And if anyone is looking for a way to participate, this year we're shooting for 600 swimmers in the Duke's Ocean Mile Swim, which will be held this Saturday on August 23rd. Currently have about 350 signed up. I think our most we've ever done is about 425. It'll be an Ocean Mile Swim right here in Waikiki. So if you're here in the crowd, you have friends that swim, or you're watching this on TV, please come down, register at the Duke's Oceanfest website. Come and join us for an amazing swim on Saturday. Looking forward to sharing the week with everybody. Thank you for allowing me to be here. And mahalo.
Mahalo, Drew. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome sponsor spokesperson, Outrigger Resorts and Hotels, Chief Commercial PM Officer, Sean D.
How's everybody doing? Look cooler? Enjoying. First, I'd like to announce to the press that we've renamed Duke's and TS Restaurants after Drew Croker. So congratulations, Drew. This is indeed a big week for you. Again, I'm Sean D. Blessed to be here in the shadow of the statue of Duke, the shadow of the legend himself. Outrigger's been blessed to be part of this festival we checked with Monica over 20 years. I've got the shirt, Monica, today. So, Uncle, I've got the shirt here from 2007. So, a little piece of history. This festival, if you think about it, it combines the water sports that Duke loved. It combines community, culture, philanthropy. At Outrigger, we call that the Outrigger way. It's all the things that we love. And a little bit of history. Our relationship with Duke himself. And I'm taking a little bit of liberty here, started with our founders, with Roy and Estelle Kelly. And they founded the company 80 years ago. And they were good personal friends with Duke. And then it goes back 60 years to when the original Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort, where Duke's restaurant is located, when that was built in 1967. And proud to give you a little bit of a sneak bit of hopefully interesting insight into the future of that property. We're starting a renovation there in January of 2026. So we're going to renovate the revered original Outrigger, which gave us our name. And Jeff, on time, on budget. That's our goal for the project. So we'll see if we can do it, but we've got big ambition. And obviously the current day, we have the relationship with the festival itself. We've got the relationship with the foundation, which we're so proud of, the relationship with the canoe club. Obviously, seeing great scholar athletes. By the way, I'm a Cardinal, so excited to see you many, many years after I graduated, attend the farm. So good luck to you. And obviously, we've continued that relationship with the world famous Duke's Restaurant. And just wanted to say a couple quick mahalos to the Outrigger hosts that are here. So we have many of the Outrigger hosts in the audience. We have Auntie Luana Maitland, the heart and soul of Outrigger. And she'll be organizing, I think we have a full team. We have 2 surf teams for this year for the Surf Legends event, which is great. We have the GM from Outrigger Waikiki. A big job, big shoes to fill. Steve Miller, thanks for coming, Steve. We have our friends, actually, which is a little bit of a surprise for me. If you notice in the back, if you could step forward for 1 second, this is one of the amazing performers from Cirque du Soleil Oana this year. So he's going to be doing a purse and draping a lei in honor of Duke. We have Monica Salter, our head of communications and ESG and all things community as well. And obviously a big link to the long time, to the foundation and to the canoe club. And of course, made it all the way over, Jeff. Really appreciate your leadership and support of us. Our CEO, Jeff Wagner. So again, on behalf of all the Outrigger hosts that are here and those that can't make it, we want to say good luck to the athletes. Mahalo to all the organizers. Events like this don't happen without an incredible number of volunteers. One of the unsung heroes for many years of this event, he's over there working already. Brent, a moment. So Brent, a moment for you. Thanks for all you do. First in, we have obviously Billy Pratt, always says some great words at these events and has kept the spirit of Duke alive for so long, through all the work you do, through the movie, obviously, and the success of the movie. I don't know if Ken Berger made it up, but Ken's obviously another person to acknowledge. So Ken, thanks for all you do. And with that, I just wanted to say to everybody, have a great 10 days. It's a week and a half. I think a world-class events. Again, community, philanthropy, all in honor of the legend, Duke. Have a great week. Aloha.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring forth the rest of our wonderful leis. When you say that you're making a lei, a kid, 17 years old, just out of high school, Kamehameha, and I'm at the Wax Museum in the front of the International Marketplace as the host, dressed in the malo, the king, the kahili. And this man walks by me in a beautiful white suit, goes inside, takes a picture with himself, the wax figure of Duke, and then walks back out, comes to me, gives me his hand with aloha. Did I know that for years afterwards, I would be giving back to the man who shared with me and gave me spirit, gave me heart, gave me strength and the pride to love being Hawaiian. Eo, Duke, Pa, Kahanamoku. As we continue to do the leis, we'd like to call forth Billy Pratt, chair of Duke Kahanamoku Oceanfest. He will introduce the license plate and artist Kamea Hadar, the origins of the Oceanfest. Billy Pratt.
Hello, my kako. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. It's quite an honor to have you all here, and it's an honor for me to get to say a few words about what we're doing, what the Duke Kahanamoku Oceanfest is about, and how it came to be. Before I do, I just wanted to make a couple of quick acknowledgements. This event wouldn't have gone on with so much energy, so much support from all of our sponsors. They were successful in getting this stamp approved, and with Jim and Chris and Uncle Pamai and so many others, we were able to create this sense of makahiki, the sense of athletic games that were down here. There were only about 3 games at the time that they participated in, but that vision has led to where we are today, some 23 years later. We have 8 days of events. We're considered a legacy event. And it's Duke who gave us this inspiration, this energy to be present, to be on the shores of Waikiki, where he honed his skill and really founded and popularized the sport of surfing. This opportunity has come to us to share with our community, and it is that that allows us to have sportsmanship, camaraderie, and be in place here. With that, we thought it might be the opportune time to not only was he the greatest athlete in our country and of course from Hawaii, but he also went on to remind us about what the aloha spirit is. And that's this sense that you've heard about compassion and humility, this gift that we as Hawaiians are able to share. In doing so, we thought one of the great things from our foundation's level of inspiration, and I'd like to at this time call up our executive director who has been my side part in doing all this work. Could I please ask Sarah Fairchild to come? Please give Sarah a round of applause. She is the catalyst. She is the glue that keeps all of us together. Sarah, myself, Kate Growney, another friend of ours who has been a past member of the board, we thought it might be special to create something, another form of inspiration, another reminder of all the significant contributions that Duke gave to us as Hawaiians with the little that he ever had. In doing that, we came up with the idea of a license plate, something that we could put on every vehicle that you'll see driving around town. This was a community of effort. Not only did we at the foundation level have to have the inspiration and the fire start to do it, but we needed the political drive. We needed the energy to be able to come up and circumnavigate this, put it through the process, but really rally the support because we would need to have the community support. And before I conclude with my comments, I would like to ask both Representative Adian Tam of the Waikiki area and Senator Glenn Wakai. Without the support of these two gentlemen, this license plate would have never happened. If I could ask them to come up to say a few words. Senator Wakai.
You would think that, we're standing here in the shadow of Hawaii's greatest Olympian, waterman, and ambassador of Aloha. And it would be a slam dunk to get his imagery put on a license plate. But I can tell you, it wasn't that easy. Representative Tam and I had to convince our colleagues in the legislature that this is the right thing to do, to really celebrate the greatest waterman Hawaii's ever seen. But the fact that it took a little bit of time shows that surfing in this community has a long way to go in just societal acceptance. In addition to passing the bill, we actually have to pass a law to put his image on a license plate. In addition to getting that law passed last year, this year we made some inroads by having surfing as a sanctioned sport in Hawaii. Keep in mind, there are 6 other states before Hawaii that crowns a state champion. Finally, Hawaii will be the 7th state in America to crown a surfing champion. After this particular project, I'm off to try to create a surf museum in Hawaii. California has 3 surf museums. Australia has 2 surf museums. Hawaii has no surf museums. So you can see how we take so much for granted with regard to surfing in this state. And I think that, this imagery of Duke Kahanamoku on the cars, as Billy Pratt mentioned, is going to be a clear, in front of your face reminder to the people of Hawaii and visitors as well of the legacy and the importance of this particular hero for the Hawaiian community. So congratulations, Sarah, Billy, and the Duke Kahanamoku Foundation for coming up with the idea and staying the course to make sure that we properly celebrate the greatest waterman Hawaii's ever seen.
I'm gonna read from Wow. Aloha. Thank you so much for having me here today. I want to thank the organizers and the volunteers for making this event so possible for all of us. What an amazing way to honor Duke and through a special license plate for our local people. Thank you, Sarah and Billy, for all the work and the political courage and advocacy that you provided, as well as for you for organizing the public for coming out in support of something so wonderful. The new Duke Kahanamoku license plate honors Duke, but also raises awareness for ocean safety. And it will join a limited list of specialty license plates that we currently have. For Waikiki, Duke is Waikiki. This beach where he once taught visitors how to ride their first wave is the same place where locals and visitors today come and just enjoy and build community. His statue right here doesn't just welcome people, but it reminds us of who we are and the legacy we carry forward. Personally for me, Duke inspires me to live with the same balance that he found in the ocean: strength and grace, competition and compassion. He reminds me that success is not only about what you achieve, but how you lift others up. So during these 10 days that you're here enjoying Duke's Oceanfest, please enjoy our entire neighborhood. I hope you have a chance to enjoy the water and what Waikiki has to offer. And you'll know why Waikiki has a special place in my heart, and you'll know why Duke also loved Waikiki as well. Thank you so much.
Mahalo, Senator Wakai, Representative Tam. Again, without these two gentlemen's advocacy, we would not have had this law passed or this license plate. Now, I know I'm dragging this on and teasing this. You're going to get to see the plate and get to see the generous gifter who provided us. Before we do, I have one other person who has meant quite a bit to me. You heard earlier a mention of a film. I was quite blessed being a waterman from the island of Kauai, from Hanalei. I had an opportunity to get involved with making a movie given my decades involvement with the Duke Kahanamoku Foundation. And I've done a lot of research. I've also put in my time in the saltwater in every form, canoe racing between all the islands and around the world, surfing, etc. And I've been inspired completely by all that Duke has done with what little he has had. In doing that, I've had an opportunity to make an award-winning film that now has become mandatory educational curriculum for the state of Hawaii for our keiki. And that's the story, mahalo, of Duke Kahanamoku and all that he has done for Hawaii, not only to galvanize us, not only because of his athletic prowess, but if you think about this coming Sunday, August 24th, Duke will turn 135 years old. 135. He has 6 statues. We're working on a 7th statue in 3 different countries, and we still celebrate him. If that's not inspiration, my good friend Kamea Hadar reminded me, I think a light went off for him when we were talking about the great work that Kelly is doing with our dog and cat and pig surfing contest. And he said, gosh, if Duke can inspire the world to surf, and if Duke can inspire the world to have aloha, and brother can inspire a cat to surf, this person must be a god. So we're really impressed by Duke. And we're also impressed by one of his disciples, one of the people who was there, who can tell you firsthand, he knew Duke, he surfed for Duke, and he was part of Duke's ohana. In addition to Butch Van Arsdale, in addition to Uncle Paul Stroud, in addition to 1968 world champion Uncle Freddie Hemmings, who was unable to be here, who was also inducted into the Hawaii Waterman Hall of Fame in 2010. I'd like you all just to give a big round of applause to the 2015 Hawaii Waterman Hall of Fame 1963 world champion of surfing, one of the greatest surfers that's ever lived, as well as sailors, Mr. Joey Cabell. Right there with the surf hat. That is a direct disciple of Duke Kahanamoku. Now, with that being said, I have a couple more words to share with you, but this time I'd like to call to stand at my side the person who I had mentioned to you. In order to make this plate, we needed the inspiration and the instigation of the foundation. The plate will sell in the 4th quarter, probably the month of December. No real promises. We've been working with the Department of Motor Vehicles, and I can say that they have been tremendous. Sarah and I have had great communication with them, and they've assured us that they're going to give it everything they can so that we can have this plate available for each and every one of you by the end of the year. My suggestion, buy it for your mo'opuna, buy it for your keiki. Let's get everyone utilizing this plate. It'll run about $40 for a license plate. $25 of that plate will go back to the Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Foundation so that we can fund things like swimming initiatives and, most importantly, drowning prevention. One of the sad things for the state of Hawaii is that we have either number 1 or number 2, the highest drowning rate in the nation. We're leading the charge there. Yes, we are the state that's surrounded by water, but we are the state that should be educating and protecting our keiki so that they can learn to utilize the ocean safely, and they'll be able to respond to this by the funding that we'll have and the initiatives that Sarah's worked so hard for us to create. So $25 of each plate will go towards these initiatives for the foundation. So by buying a plate, it will not only honor and perpetuate the great legacy, the compassion, the humility, and the spirit of aloha that Duke Kahanamoku has given us. So that's the gift that we can share with the world. But you will also make an investment in the future of Hawaii by giving us an outlet so that we can provide safety tools and education to our keiki to make Hawaii a more safe place. At this time, I'm going to ask Kamea Hadar to say a few words, and we will show you the license plate.
Hello. Sorry. Aloha, everyone. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I keep telling Billy to stop thanking me. I feels completely the other way around. I feel like I should thank him and the team and everyone and all the hard work. I'm just the final piece of that very, very large puzzle that made this happen. So to me, I feel incredibly honored to just be here and to be able to honor someone so special. And you know, like the mural that I painted of him, it was one of those projects that just kind of, it almost like painted itself, and it was so easy to concept it and to bring it to life, and I just feel like just so honored to be here. But the one thing that I would say about the mural, I mean the plate, the mural as well, is yes, it's about his athletic accomplishments. Yes, it is about surfing. Yes, it is about this week in Oceanfest. But more so, the focus is on him as a man and his face and his smile and his spirit, that aloha spirit, right? And I think that's what also this week is about. It's about, yes, coming together, being competitive, surfing, and athleticism, but also just sharing that aloha spirit that he had as a person and that we have as people in Hawaii. And I think that that is why the focus of the artwork is also of him, his face, his beautiful smile. And yeah, without further ado, would you like to, you know, show what's coming to a lifted Yoda near you?
If there's one thing that you remember after those volumes of words that you've heard, a smile says aloha, and aloha is infectious. Ladies and gentlemen, the Duke Kahanamoku license plate here on August 15, 2025.
There you guys see it. There it is. Wrong way. Turn around. There we go.
There will be a picture taking opportunity, but this is a wonderful glory that enhances the memory of a beautiful Hawaiian, a gentle man, a great warrior. He Hawaii e kuone hanawe, kuhome kulai vine, oli no awina pono lanio. E Hawaii aloha e. E haoli na upio Hawaii ne. Oli e, oli e, oli e, maina ahe makani e pa maine, mau ke aloha, aloha, e haoli. E haoli na upio Hawaii ne. Oli e, oli e, oli e, mai na he makani e pa mai. Mau ke aloha, no ha vai. Eyo, Duke Kahanamoku.
Mahalo nui. We're going to put these pictures next to Duke's statue so you all can have an opportunity to take a look. And I will be, I've been blessed by Kamea to be able to auction one or two of these off. So you'll all have an opportunity. Mahalo nui for being here and supporting us, and all the best to Duke Kahanamoku and Duke Kahanamoku Oceanfest. Aloha.
We would like to ask those of you who have been a part of the program, and Joey and Yana, if you'll please come up forward. We'd like to take some group pictures together.
Hey guys, Ramon here. Thank you all for tuning in to today's video. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date with what's happening here on Oahu. If you would like to watch more videos, check out our playlist. And last but not least, consider becoming a member of the Oahu Surf Films Ohana.